Morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Prince. I'm a fourth-year clinical resident at UNC and CEO and co-founder of LiRA. At LiRA, we're developing video-to-speech technology first delivered through a lip reading application designed to restore communication for individuals unable to generate voice. Voice loss in the United States is pervasive. 1 in 13 Americans lose their voice on average for 56 days a year, and it certainly has a huge impact on their lives, with up to a week of work lost. And then when hospitalized, they face a threefold increased adverse event rate compared to speaking patients. So at LiRA, we're developing a mobile application downloaded directly to smartphones, whether that be the patient's phone or your own, using the embedded cameras to capture the voiceless individual attempting speech. Our algorithm effectively lip reads that video and then returns it as text on the screen or audio, which is played aloud, thereby restoring the lost speech. You can think of video-to-speech technology within two categories of predictive architecture, whether that be sentence level versus word level. Sentence level is what we worked on in 2022, and we were able to generate an algorithm that could predict at a 70% accuracy across 21 unique sentences. But this year we transitioned to a word level model to better match the fluidity of language that we're all accustomed to. Algorithms at the time had a accuracy rate, or rather a word error rate, between 80 to 90%. And these word error rates are much like golf scores, where the lower, the better. And so to overcome the technical challenge, or rather simplify it, our first model is looking at 500 basic English and healthcare-centric words designed to provide the most fundamental speech when individuals are recovering from things like tracheostomy and laryngectomy in the hospital. In the last 5 weeks, we've been able to improve to a 66 to 68% error rate. We're able to do that through LipTrain. LipTrain is how we get our training data. We ask volunteers to come online and read sentences that we prescribe to them. These sentences include the words reflective of the lexicon that we're training our model to recognize. And so far, we've collected 17,000 videos across 1,600 unique participants. And of course, we would love it if all of you would participate with us. Another key element of our innovative journey is certainly us learning how to bootstrap a startup. To date, we've raised $540,000 of non-dilute capital, and that's really allowed us to grow our team. The first three names are my co-founders, and the four bottom names are those that we've hired. And certainly it's this diversity of skill sets that's been the reason of our success to date. And we're looking forward to opening a pre-seed investment round as we look to prepare a phase 2 extension grant of an SBIR that we won from the NSF for later this fall. We see commercialization certainly as the vehicle in which to get our technology out into the world, with our eyes focused first on this laryngectomy and tracheostomy population. But as use increases of the algorithm, it allows us to expand our vocabulary size and therefore increase utility, ultimately looking to help all 23 million Americans that see voicelessness at some point of the year. And how we hope to get to that goal is through some short-term milestones, which includes basically getting 5 times more training videos that we've collected through LipTrain in order to reach a kickoff user testing this fall. And then we really hope to make our first sale in the beginning of next year. So I thank you all for the opportunity to share today. I would love to connect further. Of course, if you all had like a moment to spare through this QR code or the URL below, you can participate in our LipTrain database, and it would make a huge difference for us. So thank you, and I look forward to any questions.
Yeah, awesome. Amazing work, Andrew. I'm really excited to I know we have a quick amount of time, so I want to ask you just a couple quick questions. So based on the data that you reported, moving from, the sentence level model to that word level model, still at 66 or so %, right, of those inaccuracies. So what do you think is the level that you've got to get to for this to be able to pilot it with patients, right? So you've got that on your roadmap. What is it going to take to get there?
We're looking to get to closer to a 70% accuracy. So that's far better than anybody that's naturally lip reading. Kind of the best are our postlingually deaf individuals, but their accuracy rates still shoot around 50%, but certainly getting closer to 70. And it really does kind of take off exponentially based on some of just training data volume. And so when we did our sentence level model, we saw going kind of from 10 to 40 examples of the sentences in, we were able to get from a 40 to a 70% accuracy. And so kind of extrapolating from there, we've kind of targeted this 5-fold increase in lip train videos, and hoping to, accumulate and be able to launch in the fall.
Okay, and then last question. So in that training data set, you have, just normal individuals, right, that haven't had a tracheostomy. Do you need examples of people that have had those type of procedures? Do you get different data, I guess is what I'm asking? Like, is it going to mess up your data set if everyone doesn't have that kind of medical procedure that's been done?
No, that's a great question. I mean, by and large, across the nation, I think the people that face these surgeries, they have similar facial architectures as those without. They just don't have a functional vocal cord generator of voice. Certainly, we take care of a spare number of patients here, like you all do there, that they have glossectomies or they have vasectomies, and that would preclude ultimately early translation of the technology. But by and large, for the individuals that just have vocal cord dysfunction, it would function.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed hearing about your work.
Thank you.
Outstanding.